Assalamu alaikum, my name is Muhammad Jebreel and welcome back to the new video. So as you would have watched the previous video about the types of pollution and the causes of pollution, if you haven't watched it, do watch it. I have given the link up, so do watch that video. So after watching that video, we are now coming to our part 2, which is about the effects and solutions of pollution. We discussed about the main types of pollution, the main 4 types of pollution. So first of all, we would go through all of them and discuss about them, that what are the effects of them and what can be the solutions of reducing the pollution in our environment or in our society. So let's get into our topic. First of all, as we discussed about the air pollution, so first of all, let's come to the air pollution effects. What can be the effects of air pollution? Air pollution can also be dangerous on us because it would give us health issues. What type of health issues? Like if we are looking at the things, if we are going outside and we are roaming around, and there are the chemicals and also the gases that are floating and harmful gases which are not good for us, so it would be very burdenized for us, and it would also lead us to health issues, as we won't be able to control and take that inside our body. So that's why we cannot smell or we cannot take that gases inside our body. We need pure oxygen, which would be good for us. So that's why, like, health issues can be also a problem, and it can be a effect, so we have to take care of it. So we talked about the human health as it was the first effect. Now let's come to the second one, which is environment. Like in environment, everything comes. If it is agriculture, of if it is a home, or if it is outside a society, everything comes in environment. So whatever is in the environment, it would be affected by air pollution. So you all can take example of it. Now if the gases are coming, if there are 10,000 or 1,000 people at a place, they are enjoying or they are sleeping or they are roaming outside, they would get affected by it. They would get affected by the air or the air that is not good for us. They would get affected by them. So that's why it is a big effect. It can lead to the environment which is not good for us, and we have to maintain it. So how can we maintain it? So let's come to the solutions. So the first solution for the air pollution is that we need to plant trees. Why we need to plant trees? You all would be worried about it. Yes, we need to plant trees because it will give a carbon dioxide, and trees are the important thing that we have to do in our environment. Nowadays people are cutting trees. They think they are defending themselves from the rain, so they are making homes for themselves, but they don't know that they are destroying the environment. If they are cutting the trees, it would lead to the gases won't be emitted over the trees, and the trees provide oxygen and carbon dioxide. So that's why it would be very difficult for us to breathe in that place or in that environment. So that's why if there are lots of trees, if there are functional trees that are helping us, so it would be a good thing. The second solution that I believe is the main point is public transportation. Nowadays everyone is having their own motorbike or their own scooter, their own car. They are traveling in it. Why are they traveling in their own car if they know that the car produces gas, or there is a air coming out of the car that is not good for us, that is harmful for us? So we should start public transportation. Government should check. If one person is going alone in a car, there can be lots of people going in bus. There should be a railway system, there should be bus system all over the places. Public transport should be brought back to the places where there aren't any public transportation. It will reduce the pollution. Air pollution won't be able to increase. So that's why it can also help us to reduce and maintain the air pollution. Now we talked about the air pollution. So the second one, which is very important, is water pollution. So we will talk about the effects of the water pollution. So the first effect that I think is marine life. Like on marine life there would be effect, because in marine life there comes all the marine life, all the things or all the living things that live in water. So you all can imagine the living things that are living in water would get affected by it. They would die, they would not be able to breathe. Like humans cannot breathe in air pollution when there is a lot of pollution, so they plant trees. So that's why it is also in the water pollution. When there would be lots of chemicals that would be thrown in the water, the marine life won't be able to survive and the aquatic life won't be able to stay there for lots of time, and which can be like from aquatic life we'll take lots of benefits, like we eat them, we catch them, and it's also a source of food and source of income. So that's why it is also very important for us. We have to look for the water pollution. Now let's come to the solution of water pollution. What can be various, and the main thing that we can stop water pollution, we have to have water treatment. What do I mean by water treatment? Like nowadays there are the people or the people who cleans the places or who are the cleaning in charge. They go and clean the places where they are dirty. So that's why we should also focus on the places where the water is dirty. They should do the water treatment. They should go and check or change the water whenever it gets dirty. They should go and change the water. There should be the facilities available that how are they changing the water or water treatment. So they should do the water treatment, which is the main thing, and they can also reduce the pollution by this various solution. So the second solution that I think is reduce plastic. Why to reduce plastic? Nowadays if we can see that in the water there are lots of plastic. So as there was a time that people say no to plastic bags and all of that thing. So that was for some time that they are throwing in water and it is affecting that thing. But nowadays they've started back the plastic bags. Like whenever the government or they would see something in the shops, they would ban or they would fire. They would also have huge chalan on the shopkeepers who were having plastic bag. At that time it was the previous time, but nowadays it have finished. So that's why it is also a main thing that we should reduce plastic, because nowadays everyone is throwing plastic and coming near the water or in the water, so it would affect them. And when the aquatic life gets the plastic and they eats it, like they don't know what is it, they think it would be a food for them. So when they eat it or bite it, from that they can get died. So if they get died and the smell comes in the water pollution and they are not cleaning that water, so it would lead to dangerous. So we all should focus on these solutions, that how to solve these things, and keep in mind that how to solve all of the things which wherever it is necessary. Now let's come to the land pollution, which is the second last type of pollution. So let's come to the effects of land pollution. In land pollution I would talk about one of the effect which is crop contamination. Crop contamination is that when you all can see in the land, when the people are throwing chemicals or all the plastic uses, so it would affect the crops when there are chemicals in the crops. And the crops are the need for us, because we are eating that we are consuming that for ourselves. They are making it, the farmers are making it, we are buying it from them, and after that we are consuming it. So if there aren't any crops, how would we survive? How would we get the things that we eat? So that's why it is contaminating the crops, which is very important for our life. So that's why if we look at the land pollution, so it is nowadays also increasing. That's why if we reduce the chemicals and all of the plastics that are getting thrown, so it would also be able to reduce the pollution. So now let's come to the solutions of it. I will discuss about one of the solution as the video is getting lengthened. So one of the best solution can be that organic farming. What do I mean by organic farming? Organic farming is when the farmers don't use pesticides and all of the chemicals that are used in the crop to make them grow faster or to make them react faster. So that is the organic farming, when there is no other thing used in it when the crop is getting grown. So that's why if there would be organic farming, people would be able to have easily things, and also the things would be easily done. There would be organic, people would be eating that thing, the soil pollution would also not be there, and also it would be very important, it would be also good and a thing, and when people would eat it, it would be very healthy for it. There won't be any disease that it will launch. So that's why, like, also we have to take care of soil pollution and we have to have organic farming. Let's come to our last pollution type, and which is noise pollution. Let's come to the effects of noise pollution. Noise pollution would reduce productivity. How would it reduce productivity? Now, I am an office worker. I go to office and I am working there. On my laptop I am accountant. Now I am working and I am very busy in something, and there comes a noise. Outside there is traffic, or a car is pressing horns or something, whatever it can be, or someone is playing high volume of something. So that is noise pollution, and I am getting affected by it. It is reducing my productivity. I am not focusing on my work, which is very important. This is the main thing we have to focus on, as it is removing us from the things. That's why, like, if we look at all of the places, if it's not about only accountant, offices or any other places, when someone is on schools, like in schools you would have listened that there are signboards that no horns. Why no horns? Because kids are getting disturbed while they are studying. They would get disturbed when someone press a horn. So let's come to the solution, how to reduce noise pollution. One of the solution that I think is strict regulations. What do I mean by strict regulations? Now, if we talked about the foreign countries except Pakistan, in there, like in Dubai or in UAE, if someone press horn, they would get fined, because they don't like horn and they don't want to create noise pollution over there. So that's why it is very important for them that they are maintaining the things. So if there are stricter regulations in Pakistan and all of the things, people would get maintained, and they won't remove the horns from their vehicles, or they would do something, or they would reduce the noise pollution by doing something. So when there would be stricter regulations. So that's why it was all about the causes and effects and solutions that I wanted to discuss with you all in 2 parts, because it would get very lengthy if I would discuss in one part. So this was the second part. I hope you would have learned something and would implement on these points. I would see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned. Allah Hafiz.